AskReddit by initial no 7796. If each hobby gave you a magical creature companion, what would they be for different hobbies? Painting would bring a colorful, shape-shifting chameleon as your muse. I immediately thought of Tangled with this, how Rapunzel has her little chameleon Pascal. Writing would give you a talking raven who whispers creative plots and dialogues. And end each phrase with nevermore. Programming would be a duck. Silent, staring, occasionally subtly shaking its head at you. Kangaroo for boxing. You actually want an orangutan for boxing. There's some serious muscles under that soggy skin. I don't want to think what the Warhammer 40k one would be. A magical financial advisor who would say how much at regular intervals. Hikers would have dire wolves. Husband might get me to go with him then. Knitters already have cats, who are sort of magical in their own way. In addition, we need a cat herding, end weaving, yarn bath preventing, shoulder massaging friendly gnome. Knitters could have a magical Angora rabbit that produces lovely fur for them to spin and knit. Street busking a hamster companion. I'm a viola street musician and I already have a little hamster puppet that resides in my case to weigh down dollar bills in case of wind. Her name is Gingerbread. Deleted. Yep. The name checks out. Sewing would be a magical porcupine whose quills turn into exactly the needle you need, but he's soft and cuddly when you're not sewing. And can gently poke the cat trying make off the thread. For board games, a tiny meeple that you can play with lol. For rock climbing, some sort of goat monster that consumes blisters. I think for climbing I'd want a winged creature that can spot the next hold on a trick to find route. And petting him immediately dries your hands. As a baseball card collector, it would be a miniature Yogi Berra that comments on your cards with things like, of all the cards you have, that is one of them. The image that popped into my mind is of mini Yogi Berra rendered in the style of The Simpsons. Being a guitarist gives you a dragon, but the dragon grows differently depending on your genre. Chromatics for acoustic, metallics for electric, etc. Drifting building cars would give you a hyperactive monkey that, unlike your buddy Steve, can hold the goddamn flashlight still. For bass playing, a turtle that reminds you to stay calm and look cool while the world around you explodes. Woodworking beaver. Sailing. Oh great. I get the kraken. Hey, he's your companion. So you have the best defense of all time. Clutterbug. Something that helps keep the clutter in place as I close the closet door. Work out a little mini owl bear or Highland cow. Oh. Fluffy cow. Reading would probably give you a smartest book, worm with a humanoid face who I, for some reason, imagine wearing a tiny hat. Stained glass would be a dragon, for soldering. And sharp claws for cutting glass. Drawing painting a red panda that sits on your shoulder and covers one of your eyes with its paw. You can see through the paw as it shows an outline of what you are thinking trying to draw, so the art is exact to your interpretation. Doom scrolling online would be a snake like AAA from the Jungle Book. Only this one will have the power to hypnotize you and keep you entertained for days. Listening to music would be Cerberus or maybe a mermaid depending on which genre is playing. My playlists are either rock or Broadway and no in between. Lastly, making digital art would be a unicorn full of possibilities. I make knives for fun. I want a honey badger who can speak my language. For war games, you get a little wood general that looks like a mini Napoleon and give you strategy advices.